The world is a big place, but some things just have a way of connecting us, like wildlife and nature. Recently, a couple of Idaho Fish and Game professionals have been asked to share their knowledge abroad. Project Wild coordinator Lori Adams was sponsored by the Nagoya Greenery Foundation to travel to Japan to train educators how to teach wildlife concepts. And conservation educator Gregg Losinski, through a grant from the International Association for Bear Management and Research, journeyed to Slovakia in Eastern Europe, where brown bears roam the Tatra Mountains. There he taught wildlife concepts to educators and also did several programs on safety in bear country.
This is Radio Slovakia International.
Gregg Losinski, an American bear enthusiast with Slovak ancestry, is leading a charge to educate, rather than fear, Slovakia's native bear population.
And what would you do if you ran into a bear?
If you run into a bear and you startle it, basically don't run, and if it advances on you and it's about to get you and you don't have what we'd recommend a bear spray, you actually play dead. You lay down on the ground, you protect your vital organs, put your hands behind your neck, spread your legs out so the bear can't roll you over very easily, it will bite you to let you know it's not happy. But it doesn't generally go any further than that.
This is Radio Slovakia International.
A lot of folks there in Slovakia just had never really taken the time to understand how bears function and why they do what they do. So I was very fortunate to go on the English-speaking version of Radio Slovakia and give them a little kind of dissertation on what to do in bear country, because no one there had ever bothered to tell them.
Gregg's connection to Slovakia began when he was researching his family background and discovered that his great-great-grandfather came from this mountainous area in the northern part of the country, which looks a lot like parts of Idaho, such as Stanley or Driggs.
And so I felt very much at home. The wildlife there is very similar to ours, so a lot of the activities that we do in Project Wild just carried right over.
Okay, so wait, I'll count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Dear go.
And the people had a lot of the same basic values that we have here in Idaho.
Project Wild is an international program that teaches wildlife concepts to educators and students through games, art, music, reading, science, and math.
I was able to go into the schools all the way from pre-K all to the universities and not just lecture, but also work with the children, show teachers some of our Project Wild activities. It doesn't matter what the language is, as long as you can talk about food and water, shelter, space, the kids get that.
Mike Keckler reporting.